we're going on to the next list. Who is the Messiah? Okay, he claims now Jews have the devil. The lecture actually should have been called Slandering of Messianic Jews or something like that, because that's exactly what Rabbi Singer is doing the majority of his lecture. I am not even going to address the points about the slander of Rabbi Singer against Messianic Jews. I do not want to address claims Messianic. Only Satan can reject the truth, knowing the truth. We actually don't believe what you believe. Reject the truth when knowing that. We actually don't believe that Jews know that Yeshua is Messiah. But we know he's not the Messiah. But we say that because they don't believe he is the Messiah, they want to get rid of all possible allusions to him. Okay? There are no allusions to him to get rid of, be it by removing Isaiah 53 from the Haftarah. Okay? I like to show him where Isaiah 53 is ever removed from the Haftarah. If you go into a Jewish bookstore, you can buy a book of Isaiah and a chapter 53 is there. So this guy is a liar when he claims Jews removed it. Okay. Not sure of making another interpretation, Masonic interpreter prominent. As I have shown before, the rabbi keeps essential made from his audience time and time again. Let's tell him part that supports his claims. Yes, and you only tell you the part that supports your satanic claims. Okay? When you say, "Hear, O Israel, God is one," you say that's a Trinity, but you never show him the verses in Isaiah where it says there's no other God beside me many times. You hide that from your audience, but that's okay, you cannot. This that been testimony to Tanakh about Israel, yet Rabbi points his audience to make it seem that it says that Jews reject Jews when it's right there in front of them. Notice that the New Testament is written by Jews, but still is called anti-Semitic by the Jewish missionaries. Well then, if you speak bad about Yeshua, then as a Jew you can still be called anti-Semitic as well. If you call your book anti-Semitic, your book is just garbage, just like the Mormon book, the Muslim book, and all these books. They're all false and nothing valuable to them for anybody. This then also goes for the Tanakh. So let's look at some amazing anti-Semitic statements in the prophets of Tanakh that show us Jews, you're not Jews. Rejecting the truth, and I say Jews instead of Israel because that's terminology that Singer uses himself. Remember, we are being consistent. Okay, so what he's saying is his book is not anti-Semitic because it was written by Jews. So let's see if he's not a hypocrite. Then we'll see what he says over here. First of all, he says, Ezekiel. This is what the prophet says that God told him about the Jews, and he said unto me, Son of man, get thee unto the Jews, and speak with my words unto them, for thou art not sent to people of unintelligible speech, of a slow tongue, but to the Jews, not to many people of an unintelligible speech and of a slow tongue, whose words thou canst understand. Surely if I sent thee to them, they would hearken unto me, but the Jews will not consent to hearken unto thee. So here's his comment. Excuse me, this known prophet Ezekiel is sent to the Jews, and God says they will reject his words nonetheless, even when they know he is God's true prophet. But God doesn't stop there. He even goes beyond that. He says that he had sent Ezekiel to the Gentiles that they would have listened to him. So I asked this Naki Boy, why don't you J-Boy, who you claim inspired this, Ezekiel, why didn't he send them to the Gentiles? You notice? So obviously a prophet here is taught that you're not supposed to go to the Gentiles to teach. So that proves you're a satanic cult. They didn't even speak the language. But the Jews now, no way, taking about anti-Semitic statements, knowing that Ezekiel's a true prophet, understanding every word he says, God says that we'll reject whatever he says. Can you imagine what anti-Semitic would have said if this time would have been found in the New Testament? Yes, and then they claim if it's written by Jews, it's not anti-Semitic, and it's true. Okay? So, wait, I just want to go over here. We're going to see Elijah on Mount Carmel. He's there with everyone present, taking on the prophets of the Baal and defeating them hands down, knowing without any doubt is the true prophet of the one true God. Yet in spite of this incredible, miraculous event that took place, the people witnessing the glory of God, they still went with the Baal and rejected God as a prophet. They're often criticized for being anti-Semitic, although the people saw all the miracles deeds of Yeshua and still rejected him, herewith implying that they didn't take place, because had they taken place in the 10 witnesses, they wouldn't have rejected him as they did. Well, what are we to make of this account where anti-missionary standards? It couldn't have occurred. Okay, his claim is here that the Jews before didn't believe in him because they claimed that he didn't perform miracles. So he wants to show over here that even though the Jews saw miracles, they still did not believe in his prophet. It says, Elijah on Carmel, miraculous, yet in spite of the incredible miraculous event that took place and people witnessing the glory of Israel, they still went with Baal and rejected God his prophet. Often criticized said because of its testimony that although the people saw all the miracles, they still rejected him. They're implying that it didn't take place, because had they taken place since they wouldn't have rejected him as they did. But what are we to make of this account? And Kings by anti-missionary standard, it couldn't have occurred. So let's see if that's true. Here's the verses, 1 Kings chapter 18. Okay, here's Elijah. He's confronting the Baal, those that worship the Baal. Then said Elijah unto the people, I even I am left in as a prophet of the Lord, but Baal's prophet of 450 men. So what does he tell them to do? Take 2 bullocks, let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut in pieces and lay it on the wood, and put no fire under, and I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on the wood, and put no fire. And call ye on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord, and the God that answereth by fire, let him be God. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. Okay, and Elijah said to the prophet, well, choose you the bullock. Okay, then we go. And they took the bullock which was given to them and dressed it, and called on the name of the Baal from morning even until noon, saying, O Baal, answer us. But there was no voice and there was no answer, and they danced in all things wise about the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them, cry aloud, for he is a God, either he is musing, or he's going to side, or he's on a journey of revenge, he sleepeth, and must be awaked. Yeah, something like the Christian God. And they cried aloud and cut themselves after the manner with swords and lances till the blood gushed upon them. And it was so when midway was passed that they prophesied until the time of the offerings, but there was neither voice nor any to answer, nor any that regarded. And Elijah said unto the people, come near to me. And the people came near and repaired the altar of the Lord that was thrown down. I took 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next video.